Let's work on controlling bleeding for our child's injuries. Normal cuts and scrapes, just clean them with soap and water. No problem. If you have something larger like we have here, you're going to want some sort of gauze that we can get to real quick to stop the bleeding. I'm going to apply this to the area, and if it stops bleeding, great. If it keeps bleeding, I might see blood dripping down. It gets really red. I'm going to grab more material. In our first aid kit, we have gauze pads, but maybe you don't have a first aid kit with you. No problem. Grab the cleanest material you can. We're going to just hold direct pressure until the bleeding stops. Once the bleeding stops, I'm going to want to wrap this up or have them hold it until that we can get further evaluation or care. I can just grab roller gauze from my first aid kit. I can grab an ACE wrap if you have something. I just want something that's going to hold pressure like my fingers did. And that way when I wrap it up, it's going to hold it in place so that we don't have to hold any more by ourselves or use somebody else to hold it. And it's going to help secure that site. And if we'd happen to notice that it continues bleeding, we could always use the roller gauze to help us. But we want to use the roller gauze typically after the bleeding has been controlled. We can take the scissors. We can just cut where we're at here. I can either take some tape, peel some tape off from the kit, or I can just quickly tuck this into here so it holds it in place. That'll help stop most of my less severe bleeding, but something that's more than a cut or a scrape. Any larger bleeding and the child's over 2, we might consider a tourniquet on any extremities.